Piggly Wiggly, proud sponsor of the Sunset Symphony. Call the pig for your specially priced, specially packed Sunset Symphony picnic basket.
Oh, look at that. The candles. Now, he is enjoying himself, you know it?
He certainly is. I tell you what, that Piggly Wiggly spot, though, made me think about barbecue.
I always think about barbecue.
News Channel 3's John Curry's thinking about barbecue, too, huh, John?
Pam, you know, you're reading my mind. We're right there, me and you, Pam, right there. Barbecue all the time, and I tell you what, this place is very different from what it looked like a week ago. Tom Lee Park, just check out this spread. The Banfield family's been coming out here for 18 years. They've got a nice spread, but it kind of reminds me of last week, just a week ago. Tom Lee Park had a totally different feel, different smell, a whole different aura. Well, let's take a look back at last week in the pig, the weekend of the pig, capping off 20 years of some swine dining. Well, as you can see, Memphis in May, and especially Memphis barbecue, brings out the animal in most Mid-Southerners. A phenomenon 20 years in the making, the barbecue contest has developed, well, a flavor all its own. One that certainly has left a lasting impression on these two British visitors.
It's quite strange. It's very strange. Very, very strange. I don't understand it. And but it smells good.
Yeah, we were just talking about it. We didn't really know how long you've been doing it or anything, but it's great. Yeah, a bit of a change from home.
And as you can imagine, a very far cry from its meager beginnings back in 1977. Betsy was Memphis's original winner when it all started, and she says she's seen it come a long way.
It has become quite a sensation. It's more like a picnic. It wasn't a lot of people. It's more like a picnic because we only had little stands that were sectioned off.
But now in 1997, it's become an international event, one that attracts hundreds upon thousands of people from all kinds of backgrounds, but with one common goal, to bring home the bacon. More than 240 teams competed for $30,000 in prize money. It was a weekend that got off to a squealing start. First, the Miss Piggy contest crowned a winner out of some very pleasantly pumped competition to a hog calling contest and culminated on Saturday with 3 overall winners and 1 grand champion. And with that, the team from Missouri, the Wildfire Gourmets, won grand champions. And they also took home Best Shoulders Award. The Late Night Porkers won Best Ribs, and the Sweat Hog Social Club took home top honors in Whole Hog.
To come out on top of them is just incredible because they're really great guys and great cooks. But to beat all 9 in the finals, it's just a rush. I can't explain it. It's inexplicable.
Indeed it is. And it seems May is the only time in the Mid-South where you won't find these cooks complaining about slaving over a hot stove. It certainly has become a beast unto itself, the Memphis in May Barbecue Festival. Really an incredible time. And anybody will tell you the secret is in the sauce. Now I'm going to go back here with the Banfield family, fix myself a plate, I think. Thinking of the, these guys are getting ready. They've got their instruments, and they're ready for the Scaramouche. Let's send it back upstairs to Jerry. Jerry?
All right, John, don't crash anybody's party now, all right?
We are inside the intermission of the 1997 Memphis in May Sunset Symphony in beautiful Tom Lee Park. This park is transferred into an absolute dream. It is absolutely perfect. We couldn't have ordered better weather. I tell you what, it takes a lot of work and a lot of people who make sure that this goes off very smoothly. One of those people is Deanie Parker, who is joining us now. Thank you for being with us. He is the marketing director of the Med and also the interim director, executive director for Memphis in May. Of course, everyone knows there's a big search on right now, and hopefully you can tell us a little bit about how that's going.
Well, Pam, the search is going very swiftly at this point. In fact, the search committee had hoped to have been finished by now, but in the interest of selecting the very best candidate to continue the wonderful legacy begun some 21 years ago, they decided that it was more important to take their time and find the right person than to rush through it. And so within the next few days, I'm certain that they will have brought this to closure, and they will have identified someone and made the offer.
And when you identify someone, you're going to make sure that you call me at News Channel 3 so that we can be the first people to broadcast who that person is.
But of course, Pam, we'll give you the inside scoop on that.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Deanie, for joining us. Of course, News Channel 3's Tim Simpson is part of our team that's giving us a bird's eye view of what's happening all around the park. Tim?
Well, Pam, I'm in the percussion section here at the Memphis Sunset Symphony, and I was a percussionist in high school, but I got to tell you, I never saw some of the instruments that they have back here. I'm talking to John Sprott. John, you've got everything back in the percussion section except a hot iron.
Right, you got it.
What is this? What do you have back here?
This is a hot iron. No, this is actually a bell tree. It's a nest of bells, and they get smaller. So as you play it, the pitch gets higher. You can play it like this.
Okay.
A lot of movie music.
And you've got a very interesting instrument here. Would you show us that?
This is actually the jawbone of a donkey. And it makes some music. You can use it as a musical instrument, or you can slay Philistines with it.
Oh, yeah.
But the teeth are loose and they rattle. And this actually evolved into what we call, that's called a quahada. That's called a quahada, and this is a vibra slap, and it's the same thing, but it lasts longer.
I remember that from the 1970s. All right, right before we go, my favorite instrument in the percussion section, let us hear a big rip of the gong, okay?
That should have taken care of the mics.
Got to toss it back to you guys because my ears are ringing.
I've always wanted to do.
Don't let him get too near. You know, I've seen John go through a lot of antics at these symphonies, and sometimes I think he's not too finely tuned. But a lot of people enjoying the great outdoors this evening. Along one side of Tom Lee Park, there's a whole row of tents. It's right along Riverside Drive. There's about 5 or 6 of those tents, and one of those is a VIP tent. And naturally, we put our VIP, Alex Coleman, over there. Alex?
Jerry, you're being just too kind. I have to leave the main stage to make it down here to the VIP tent. A lot of great folks are down here, like Edson Pareto, president of Buckman Laboratories International, also with Memphis and May Board of Directors. Edson, what a night it has been so far. What's your assessment of it?
Alex, it's been wonderful. I mean, the entire month of May, this city have done tremendous things for Brazil. I think Brazil gave it the retribution it deserves. Weekends of marvelous, gorgeous weather, a lot of people, big crowds, no problems in town, everybody happy. I mean, you know, I don't think what else we can celebrate in Memphis anymore. You know, after
so you've been very satisfied with the way this city has sent out its salute to Brazil, I take it.
Oh yes, there's no question. I guess it went both ways. Also, Brazil representation in here, as I mentioned just a while ago, was excellent. I mean, we are very happy. I think the whole community, all Brazilian, you know, living in Memphis area, are really happy with what we just saw.
And very quickly here, what about these young ladies behind you?
This is a friend of ours. This is Rebecca. This is Tatiana. This is my second daughter. And this is Luisa. Luisa is my oldest daughter. And she was born in Memphis back in 1982. Then we moved to Brazil. We remained there for 11 years, and we've been back now for 3 years.
Good to have you folks here. Everybody's having a great time. Everybody's eating great food like these folks at this table. And you having a good time this evening?
Wonderful time. It's just marvelous. Beautiful sunset. Absolutely couldn't be a better day.
Okay, thank you very much. The VIP tent, folks are having a terrific time down here. Pam, Jerry?
All right, thank you very much, Alex. And we might mention, too, that there are 10 Brazilian exchange students who are also here in the park enjoying tonight's concert.
Right, and then, you know, there were 10 Memphis students who also got a chance to go to Brazil as well.
That they did earlier this month.
Well, now we're going to continue the 1997 Memphis and May Sunset Symphony, so stay with us because Old Man River is coming up in our second half, and, of course, where you get to take part in the interactive world's largest percussion session. So stay with us for News Channel 3's special presentation of the Sunset Symphony.
Tonight's Memphis and May Sunset Symphony is sponsored by Memphis Toyota Dealers, Airport, Performance, and Covington Pike. And by Super D. We take better care of you. More music and your chance to play with the Memphis Symphony when we return.